In my new book, Uncluttered Faith, I quote an old adage that says this: "A fish doesn't know it is wet." What the phrase means is that because a fish has never known life outside of water, it cannot conceive of any other way to live. In the same way, most of us have never lived a life outside a consumeristic culture and society. Many historians date the rise of our modern consumeristic habits in America to the 1940s. Consumerism is all we have known, so recognizing it can be incredibly difficult, but I would like to try. So in this video, I'm going to offer 18 statistics to paint a picture of how consumeristic we have actually become. Consider first how our homes have grown. In 1949, the floor area of a new single-family home was 767 square feet, which amounted to about 224 square feet per person. By 2021, new houses have grown to 2,532 square feet on average, more than 3 times as big. But the average size of a household shrunk in those 72 years. So today, the average floor area per person is over 1,000 square feet. Compared with our grandparents, today's generation of home buyers have almost 4 times the house to pay for, furnish, heat, cool, clean, maintain, and worry about. Is house size inflation starting to seem like too much? For many, apparently so. 42% of Americans regret buying their homes because the maintenance and hidden costs are more expensive than they expected. If you are a homeowner, there's a good chance you feel that weight every day. Then there's all the stuff that we put in our homes. One often quoted estimate puts the total number of items in the average house at 300,000 items. Even though we now live in homes with 4 times more square footage than that of our grandparents, 11% of households rent storage units to keep all their extra things. And that number is growing astronomically. According to some studies, 38% of Americans have used or plan to use self-storage in the near future. But that's not all. Over a third of Americans surveyed said their garages were so cluttered they could no longer park vehicles inside. If you wonder how owning that much stuff affects our daily lives, consider this. The average American spends 2.5 days per year looking for items: TV remotes, car keys, things that are lost in part because they got mixed in with all the clutter. We spend over $2.7 billion every year replacing lost items, and more than half of us are regularly late for work or school due to frustrating searches for things that we can't find. To get a sense of how consumeristic our culture has become, we don't even need to compare ourselves to our grandparents. We can look back just 25 years and see a difference. Americans today buy an average of 53 new items of clothing every year, or about 4 times as many now as just in the year 2000. On average, each piece of clothing we buy will be worn 7 times before it gets tossed. Can you guess how much of an American's wardrobe isn't worn at all over the course of a year? 82%. If you're starting to think that this is just an American problem, let me stop you from heading too far down that road. This is a worldwide, or at least a developed nation's, issue. Belgians don't wear 88% of their wardrobe, Italians 81%, Canadians 79%, and Australia and New Zealand have larger average home sizes than the United States. Do we need all the stuff that we've got? Certainly not. Americans, on average, spend approximately $18,000 per year on non-essentials. We love click and buy convenience, but 74% of US adults have experienced buyer's remorse after buying something online. Half of Americans say they feel overwhelmed by the amount of stuff in their homes, which is a pretty reasonable response when you realize that collectively we keep over 5 billion unused items in our homes. If you think we've learned our lesson, you would be wrong. Americans are not only continuing to collect stuff at unprecedented rates, but we're going into debt to do it. The US credit card debt total keeps breaking records. It now stands over $1.3 trillion, and that's just credit card debt. Taking all forms of debt into account, Americans owe about $18 trillion, or a sum almost as large as the economy of China. We are swimming in a culture of materialism, but it feels so normal and expected, we don't even realize that we're drowning in it, sacrificing the fullness of life to consumerism. We need to reassess our situation, grab onto a life buoy and let it pull us to safety. And that life buoy is minimalism. Methodically and deliberately taking a different course with our money and possessions than the model presented by society.